Some people dream up ideas. Bill Barclay dreams up adventures. Adventures with a purpose.
He's a thrill seeker, but he's also become an important voice for the deaf and blind communities.
Jack Doles first introduced us to Bill in 2007, and now he's here to tell us about Bill's next big adventure.
And he's about to amaze us again, I'm sure of that. Usher syndrome has robbed Bill of his hearing and his vision. But with the help of others and his desire to embrace technology, he feels like he can conquer anything, including the Boston Marathon.
Never let it be said Bill Barkley isn't up for a challenge. In fact, he lives for the next one.
I call myself a deaf-blind adventurer and storyteller.
And his next adventure is a doozy.
My running team in Boston has this little tagline thing, which is pretty good. It's 26.2 miles. That's wicked far.
He's training for the Boston Marathon. His first marathon of any kind.
Your first marathon's going to be Boston.
Yes. It's kind of like Killy, right?
Killy is Mount Kilimanjaro, which just happened to be the first mountain Bill ever climbed. An amazing feat in itself, made even more remarkable by the fact he's legally deaf and legally blind.
When you realize that what is within you is greater than what's in your way, you realize that the possibilities are endless.
It's that mindset that's helped propel Bill to where he is today, to a life without barriers that is rich and filled with purpose.
I live to take it in because each one of those things creates new moments, and those new moments are where the inspiration come out of it.
His purpose now is to inspire. Since he reached Kilimanjaro's summit, Bill has left corporate America. Instead of going to a cubicle at Steelcase, he's taken groups of hearing-impaired youth on adventures for Hear the World. In the last 2 years, they've ventured into the lush interiors of the Amazon rainforest and taken a river expedition in the Grand Canyon. Last summer, he helped take a group of disabled Iraq and Afghanistan veterans to the peak of Mount Quandary in Colorado. Then in July, as a board member of No Barriers, he hosted 600 athletes at their summit in Winter Park.
We take people in wheelchairs, make them rock climb. We take people with missing limbs, we teach them how to play golf. It's fun because by helping other people be better, I get better. Mm-hmm. And I don't have the answer. I mean, I have a lot of, I have good days and I have bad days. But the bad days get a little bit shorter and a little bit easier when you're just taking it one step forward and then just being open to where it might take you.
The message Bill and his colleagues teach at No Barriers is important. Embrace technology and allow others to help. And the only barriers are the ones you refuse to climb.
I had one guy come in, no arms, no legs, related to my baby as a child, came to No Barriers Summit at Winter Park, and then the guy decided that he was going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
That guy was Kyle Maynard. He reached Kilimanjaro's summit a couple of weeks ago.
Once you're around people who realize that they have a great life, in spite of the constraints that other people think that they have, it really becomes very liberating.
Bill turns 50 in March. With each birthday, the imminent darkness and silence that Usher's brings draws closer. And while he continues to conquer challenge after challenge, there is another element of this disease that goes largely unnoticed. One he's dealt with since his world was first rocked with the news of its diagnosis: depression.
Every time I've gone through it and accepted it and embraced it for its uncertainty and its darkness and its discomfort, I've come out of the backside of it stronger. But if you keep yourself from ever going through it, you really don't find out what you're made of and then what your possibilities could be.
Bill will be the first to tell you he can't conquer his struggles by himself. So when he runs Boston, his sons John, Brian, and Will guide him through the 26.2 miles of road that he cannot see. And he knows that somewhere along the way, he'll hit a wall, and a voice in his head will urge him to quit. Not likely.
So when I get tired, I start thinking and dreaming about, well, what's it going to be like to be there with my sons and family and get across that finish line.
Bill says the hardest part about completing an adventure like this is finding a way to properly thank everyone who helped him along the way. Well, his mission in this marathon is to thank those who helped him from the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary with his battle against Usher syndrome. So he's running to raise money for them. And for more on his mission and his adventures, you can go to his website, BillBarkley.com, B-A-R-K-E-L-E-Y. We'll also have a link on woodtv.com. So much wisdom from experience.
Beyond an inspiration.
Absolutely.
Just
Wonderful.
really is special.
Made in West Michigan.
That's right.
Thanks, Jack.
Jack, thank you.